You right there, ladies and gents, how easy going? I'm out on Tin Man, as you can see, my KTM 690 Duke. Just having a little play. Everything I do on this bike is playtime. It's fantastic, I love it. You'll have seen recently that I've done some mods to it to make it my own. And I'm still sort of working on them. Still waiting on the rear sets to arrive. But I'm very chuffed with this little bike. I just wish that it'd been a little bit more popular with people. I wish people had gotten it and it lasted a little bit longer and was hopefully still a current model. Not because I'd necessarily buy a brand new one right now. I mean, I'm not anti new bikes, as you know. I generally prefer new motorcycles. But these Euro 5.5 regs and stuff, I think, are ruining motorcycles. Absolutely ruining them. And 6 ain't going to be any better, is it? Ooh, bike friends. Yeah, so I kind of feel like buying the 2017 version of this bike, which was the last sort of version of the bike that they did, other than the R, was probably the best possible plan for me. It's the best version. It's the pinnacle. It's got ABS, but doesn't have all the invasive traction control, and it's the lower version because it's not the R. So I get to be able to get my feet down and things. So as far as I'm concerned, this bike is an absolute win for me, and I'd just not be able to buy it now, even if they continued making it in the format that it is.
Keep that bike. Rubber side down.
I do love all these little villages and stuff, proper countryside, but with houses. I'd love to live in a place like this, but it's just too much money, and not enough internet. I bet they haven't got fibre here. Yeah, I'll definitely not get bored of the commute, even in those 30-mile-an-hour bits, because the other bits are fantastic. Oh yes. But yeah, this little 690 is a cracking bike, and it fits me just right. It's at the top of my seat height ability for a road bike, but because it's so narrow, you don't notice that. And to be honest, I'd probably even be able to cope with the R version, which is an extra 30mm seat height, I think. It's actually taller seat height on the R version than on my Aprilia Tuareg, I believe. I'm not sure if the R version got updated with this new engine though. I don't know the model well enough. But I know this LC4 engine's been going around for donkey's years. Almost as old as me. Not quite, but almost. But yeah, the more I ride this bike, the more it is making me ponder having a big old heavy adventure bike and maybe getting something a little bit lighter. I was for a good while very much contemplating the 390 Adventure R, which has got a reasonable seat height for a skinny bike. It's got what I hoped would be a good engine for trail riding. It's a nice single cylinder thumper, and it's a little bit lighter than the Aprilia, but and there's always a but, isn't there? But it is not proving to be the bike I wanted it to be. There's bits on its design that I very much dislike. There's the cheapness of it. I'm not saying it is cheap, but it feels cheap, although obviously it is built down to a price. And when you think about it, it's still 175 kilograms wet and only 45 horsepower. Although out on the trails you don't really need any more than 40 horsepower, probably don't need any more than 20. It's certainly nice to have it in between them, and it would be certainly nice if it was a little bit lighter than it is. But that's the trouble with having an A2 motorcycle, is that it is restricted on its power to weight ratio. So there's nothing the manufacturers can do about that unless they build bikes like this, or its ugly brother, the Enduro R, and screw the A2 rules. Build a nice, light, powerful dual sport, and they did that. The trouble is, they made it a giant. It's like 929mm tall seat height on that bike, according to their website, but it's also 910mm tall according to the same website. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there, because it's something's amiss. And it's not like just rider sag, so when you sit on it, it just drops down to 910, because I'd like to think it would drop a bit lower than that still, but it's still a tall motorcycle, and it doesn't have the best ground clearance. It's got okay ground clearance, but it doesn't have the best, and because it doesn't have the best, it means that it's difficult to lower and maintain its trailability. But then I'm trail riding this on slicks with no ground clearance and I've not put my feet down, so is that a huge issue? Don't know. I could get one of them lowered. KTM do a 25mm lowering kit, then you can get a seat concept seat which is another 15, so that if that is a 910mm seat height, which I don't know whether it is or not, but if it's 910, that brings it down to 885, 870, which is pretty respectable. Yeah, I know I'm sort of wittering and musing at the moment, but it does sort of sit like I could possibly do that. And the channel I follow, one on Patreon too, MVDBR Enduro, he got rid of his T7 basically for a 690 Enduro, and I'm watching him throw that around. I know he's a better rider than me, but I'm watching him throw that around and he's having no issues with it whatsoever. And when I say issues, I mean sort of reliability issues, because it's a good engine. It's a good engine, same engine as I've got in this. So yeah, I don't know, it's something I'm thinking. It's very light. I mean, this is an absolute doddle on those lanes. I wouldn't want to do them in the wet, but I could certainly contemplate doing them on an Enduro R. I don't know. It's a dilemma, it is. It's a dilemma. They are bringing out a new model this year, which means that if I was buying new, I could get that with all the fangles and dangles and stuff. But I'm not sure if I want all the fangles and dangles and stuff. What I want is a well sorted second hand one with all the mods done on it, like this was supposed to be. So with the lowering links, hopefully the aftermarket one, so you can have it a little bit lower still if required, and with a seat concept seat or similar already fitted, and then all you need, if it's not got one already, is a decat exhaust, and you've got quite a machine. And at the moment, with my heart attack and the weakness I'm feeling with my body, this hasn't got a tail, has it? I just got roosted up my back going through that puddle. This bike is not a wet weather bike. Oh, it's all going up my back, it's horrible. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this motorcycle, so why not also get a dirty version of it? Yeah, so why not get a dirty version of it as a stablemate? And if I went second hand like I did with this, maybe not necessarily as old as this, because off-road bikes do tend to have a harder life, but I could save a fortune. I think I priced up one of the 2024s on the KTM site the other day with all the fangles and dangles and bolt-ons of their power parts catalogue that I'd want. I'd not necessarily buy the power parts versions in real life, but just putting them on there just to sort of see roughly what a modded motorcycle would cost me. And I believe it was around 12, maybe 13 grand. So I know I could get a well sorted one with all the mods done to it already. Always too scared to get air on that. I know I am kind of recovering and stuff, so I shouldn't be doing silly things on motorcycles, but yeah, at some point I will one day get air on that bit. But yeah, for 7 grand, which is a humongous saving, I could probably get a 2021, maybe a 2022 with all those bits done. Maybe a little bit more than 7 grand, but not a lot, not a lot. Now I know I've just done a green lane, and I'm going to do another one in a second too. And I know I've said that I'm not going to be doing any green lanes while I'm in recovery and stuff, but these are incredibly easy lanes that I am doing, and they are actually quite populated by people, so I'm not putting myself at undue risk on them. And it's softer if you fall off on them, right, than it is on here, so I've got more chance of survival if I have a heart attack on them. I'm not going to have a heart attack, please don't stress and worry about that. I don't know where I was going, but yes, yes. We're going to another green lane, that's where we're going. Although I did wash this jacket the other day, and now it's all covered in mud and slime again after being roosted by myself. Well, I'm glad I'm in this jacket rather than my new RST one, because that's white. And also it's mesh, so I'd get a wet back as well as just a dirty jacket. So yes, wise choices were made today, even if not sensible ones. Oh, for a lottery win, oh, for a lottery win indeed. Then my choices of buying houses would be a lot easier. Skinny light bikes, you just put them in a ditch when there's something wide coming the other way. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. One of my fellow Aprilia Tuaregists had a little off on his brand new Aprilia Tuareg rally going along here the other day, so I hope your bike's not too damaged, mate. That's if you watch this video. And it's battle scars, mate. Chicks dig scars, right? And it's a dirty bike, so it's supposed to get the odd scar in it. But yeah, I know you're feeling when it's a brand new bike, a very expensive one. But yes, it's a good day is when you christen your motorcycle, because now next time you'll be a little less worried about it, hopefully. But anyway, this is a very easy lane as long as you don't lose your balance and fall into the rut. Yeah, that is a deep old rut, that is. It's enough to put anyone off who's novice to green laning. And the Aprilia Tuareg is quite tall, especially that rally one. When you're not used to big old adventure bikes, they become heavy very quickly. Which is exactly the whole point of what I was just saying about maybe it's time to swap it. Maybe it is time to swap it. I'd also then feel like my garage was a little bit more rounded. Currently having two adventure bikes, even though one is more trail focused than the other, does seem a little bit overkill on the old adventure stakes. Although I would try and adventurise the 690 Enduro R if I did get one, a little bit. But yeah, you don't need super knobbly tyres for a lot of the lanes around here, certainly not in the dry. Right, let's go get myself some lunch, something healthy with lettuce in it. Right, well, sorry, no photo of my ham sandwich. Yeah, not very exciting food, but edible and healthy-ish, so I'm okay with that. So let's get out of here. Anyhow, I'm not sure if I was saying it or whatever, I can't remember if I started this conversation or not, but there's a charity called Revit Forward, got a Facebook page I'll put links to down below, and basically they're from the south of England, down near where I live, down near where West Beach Cafe Bike Nights is and all that sort of thing on the south coast. And what they do is they'll take all your old motorcycle kit that's still serviceable, and they'll find it a new home with people who are getting into biking who just don't have the funds to buy proper biking kit themselves. It's not so people can blag free stuff. It really is a charity for people that want to do bikes but can't afford to do it safely, and it just encourages them to wear a bit better kit. And tonight I'm taking a van load of stuff down to the West Beach Cafe for their bike night to donate to them. It's all stuff that, yeah, okay, I could have sold it, but it's been sitting in my house for God knows how many years over the time I've gradually accumulated more and more bike kits, and I haven't sold it, so it's like I'm just giving it away. So if you've got stuff that's growing dust sitting in the backs of your cupboards, it's still useful, not helmets, I don't think they take crash helmets, but it's still useful, why not check the link below to Revit Forward and see if you can donate something. I do think that you'll have to get the kit to them. They are not a large charity, they're not hugely set up for going and collecting stuff from halfway across the country and stuff, so if you are local to the south of England, get in touch with them and then go and drop your kit off with them, so it's not growing dust in your cupboard. Because if it was worth enough money to you to sell it, you'd have done it already, wouldn't you? So yeah, if you haven't done it already, give it to them. It'll give you some more space to buy some new bike stuff. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because I love the idea of it. When I was starting out on bikes, I didn't have a lot of money. I was very lucky. My dad was keen on me getting into motorcycles, so he did help me out an awful lot. But my kit was terrible. I had a pair of old fireman's boots, a crash helmet from the 60s, and I was not even a twinkle in my dad's eye in the 60s. So this was a very old crash helmet by the time I was 16, and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so put kids or younger people in good kit. Actually, not even younger people, just people getting into motorcycling that haven't quite got all the bits and bobs sorted yet. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile. I think it's a good charity. I don't do much for charity, but this one, it sits there and I'm like, yeah, cool, and it's cleared a load of room in my bike storage cupboards and spaces. Anyway, that's called Revit Forward, links down below. Anyway, although we are on a little bit of a twiddle here, we're getting into speed limits and boring old roads, so I guess that's just about it. Sorry to tag that little bit on at the end. I should have put it at the beginning when you were all still interested in the video, but yeah, it's a really good, worthwhile charity, so do check it out and spread the word as well. And if you are not local, why not see if you've got something local that does the same sort of thing that you can offload all your stuff on. But anyway, right, that's it. So if you haven't done so already, please do click that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you come back for some more. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. We very much like them. They are very good. And if you didn't, you can always give it a little thumbs down. I do not mind at all. But please do drop down a comment below. Let me know what you're up to, and let me know what bikes you're riding and where you're riding. Anyhow's alls, with a fake castle in front of us, you ride safe and take care, and we shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that bike rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.